What's up, guys? Welcome back to MMA Today. Now, I want to go ahead and cover a couple different topics for you guys. First one up, I have is Islam Makhachev might be retiring from the sport of MMA, which is crazy because, he's only 31 years old, pretty young in his fight career. It feels like his career is just getting started. He defeated Charles Oliveira less than a year ago, and then he defeated Alexander Volkanovski in an amazing fight, probably the fight of the year so far. And he might be stepping away from the sport completely. Let me go ahead and explain to you guys what's going on here. So he sat down with UFC Russia and he spoke about how his mother's the one that's pressuring him to retire. Similarly, like how Khabib's mom, after Khabib's dad died, his mom asked him to retire. He made a promise to his mom. So Islam might be doing the same here. Let me go ahead and read what Islam had to say. He said, "My mother doesn't watch fights, not just my fights, but fights in general. She doesn't like seeing people hit each other. When I came home after winning the title, there were a lot of people there. She said, 'You're the champion now. Wrap it up.' Khabib listened to his mother. When would you listen to yours?" I told her Khabib defended his title, and I need to do the same. It's a hard topic for my mother. My father's the opposite. He watches all the fights. So it looks like his mother's putting the same pressure on. She said that Khabib's mother listened to his, and I'm pretty sure that both their families are pretty close. He grew up training under Khabib's father, so I'm pretty sure though both those moms know each other, and both the families are very close to each other. So I could see a situation where he might be making the same promise to his mother like Khabib did, where he says, "Hey, give me like a certain amount of fights, and I'll go ahead and retire." So we might be seeing the end of Islam Makhachev, which is very sad to see. Selfishly, as a fan, I want to see fighters continue, especially guys like him with this much potential he has, and so many huge fights that he's been discussing. He's talked about going up to welterweight and challenging himself and getting that second belt, and he's been proving a lot of doubters wrong. A lot of people have a lot of criticism against Islam, especially after that last fight. So I would like to see him shut up all those doubters and go out there, win a couple more fights, go up to welterweight, and win that belt. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys think that Islam might actually retire? Personally, I don't think he's going to retire anytime soon. He might make that promise where he says maybe 5 or 6 fights or 2 or 3 fights even. He might make a promise to his mother where if he says, "Hey, if I reach this goal, then I'll retire." Same way that Khabib had, his little goal as well. So let me know what you guys think about in the comments about that one. Let me go ahead and go on to the next topic, which is Jon Jones. So Jon Jones is coming back against Cyril Gane in a huge upcoming fight. He recently did an interview, so let's hear what Jon Jones had to say here.
Daniel Cormier said that if you win these belts, you could become a contested champion because you didn't have to face Francis Ngannou, which was the reigning champion. Do you understand this?
I don't think I deserve any criticism. I'm here. I'm here. Francis had the opportunity to face me, and he opted out of the opportunity. If anyone should be criticized, it's Francis Ngannou. If I'm correct, he was offered the biggest contract in heavyweight history. He had the opportunity to be a guy to dethrone me, and he didn't believe in himself. Francis didn't believe in himself. He wasn't willing to gamble on himself. I felt bad for the fans. I know.
So I'm just going to go ahead and pause it right there. Now, I definitely understand DC's point because Francis Ngannou did walk away from the UFC and he walked away with the belt. So still has a statement where he could say, "Hey, I'm still the baddest man on the planet. I'm still the best heavyweight in the world because no one technically beat me." But I think that once you actually take time and you step away from the sport, you step away from the UFC, you can't really claim that you're the best in the world. I know that there's a lot of fans that will say that, but me personally, I just feel like once you've stepped away, like Khabib did, you can't really have that claim unless you're willing to defend it. And Ngannou, credit to him, he went ahead and did his thing. He left the UFC, and all respect to him for stepping away because that's very hard to do. But at the end of the day, you did step away from the sport. I mean, not from the sport, you stepped away from the UFC. So you can't really have that claim as being the quote unquote champion if you're not willing to defend your belt anymore. And the thing that I didn't like about Jon Jones, I mean, I do agree with him for the most part, but I didn't like how he said, like, Francis Ngannou, he's almost trying to say Francis Ngannou is scared of him. Francis isn't scared, John. You were in a similar situation where you could have you were arguing about money and you didn't want to fight because you felt like you were not getting paid the right way. So I don't know how you're gonna go at Francis for that when you were giving him a lot of respect earlier. So I just feel like Jon Jones is a little bit in his feelings here. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Jon Jones is right? Do you guys think that Jon Jones is right about Francis Ngannou, how he didn't want to fight him and that he didn't want to take that opportunity, he didn't want to take that challenge on? Or do you guys feel like Francis Ngannou could still have to claim as the baddest man on the planet? Personally, I feel like Jon Jones is the GOAT. I think that if Jon Jones beats Cyril Gane, he's gonna be the new heavyweight champion, and we have to give him the respect for doing that because Cyril Gane ain't no joke. He almost beat Francis Ngannou himself if it wasn't for those takedowns. So Cyril Gane has a claim as well as being one of the best fighters in the world. So if Jon Jones beats him, that should be credit enough, honestly, for him to be the heavyweight champ. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for listening, guys. Go ahead and subscribe if you guys are new and leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.